welcome everyone to the State Department. We are incredibly proud to be hosting this event today. I want to thank Ivanka Trump for joining us at this event for the second year in a row now. Your personal engagement with this issue matters an awful lot. It illustrates the administration's complete commitment to and the priority we place on human trafficking, both at home and abroad. So thank you very much for being with us today. Your advocacy matters, and we'll talk about that today. I'm also honored to have Senator Corker, I saw Representative Smith, and Representative Donovan. Thank you all for being here and joining us today as well. We know that putting an end to human trafficking is a bipartisan objective. It supersedes any politics here in the United States. Our commitment to fighting and ending this together is incredibly strong. I also want to welcome all the ambassadors and representatives from the Foreign Diplomatic Corps present here today. You are important partners here for this issue as well. And none of this happens just with the work at the State Department. We are grateful for the many federal agencies, individuals, non-governmental organizations, and international organizations who continue to help us better understand the many manifestations of human trafficking and the most effective ways to combat it. Finally, we're thankful for the work of the United States Advisory Council on Human Trafficking. This March, President Trump appointed 9 members to this advisory council. Each member is a survivor of human trafficking, representing many different backgrounds, experiences, and it advises the Trump administration on federal anti-trafficking policies and programs. The council also serves as a model, one that we hope other governments will consider creating as well. It gives survivors a meaningful seat at the table to help guide the creation of anti-trafficking policies and ensure governments adopt a victim-centered approach to resolving this. And today, we also have the incredible, extraordinary opportunity to honor 10 individuals who have committed their lives to this effort and often have put their own lives at risk in doing so. The 2018 TIP Report Heroes will be recognized formally in a few minutes, but I wanted to personally thank them and express my admiration for the tremendous awe-inspiring work that each of you do. To this year's heroes, we salute you. Every year our report focuses on a specific thing. This year's TIP report highlights the critical work of local communities to stop traffickers and provide support to victims. Human trafficking is a global problem, but it's a local one too. Human trafficking can be found in a favorite restaurant, a hotel, downtown, a farm, or in their neighbor's home. I can speak to this personally. When I was a member of Congress from South Central Kansas, frankly, under the tutelage of now Ambassador, then Governor Brownback, we saw the impact of human trafficking in a place like Wichita, Kansas. I-35 passes through the city to the south, and we saw the impact it had on our community, but more importantly, on the persons being trafficked through our community. It has been important to me since then, and I'm proud to be here today to present this report. If we're going to win this fight, national governments must empower local communities to proactively identify human trafficking and develop local solutions to address it. As we have every year, the report also points out which countries are improving their efforts to tackle the crime, and which countries are making it easier to carry it out. I'm glad to say we have several good news, progress to report. In Estonia, the government implemented a new law that will help victims come forward and get the support that the victims need to recover. The government of Argentina convicted officials complicit in trafficking crimes, established additional legal protection for victims, and bolstered efforts to train frontline responders. In Bahrain, the government worked to hold local traffickers criminally accountable and developed a mechanism to get victims needed shelter. The government of Cyprus bolstered efforts to convict traffickers and improve protection for victims as well. We saw some positive movements across entire regions as well. Of the 48 African countries included in the report, 14 received upgrades, meaning we observed a strong trend of increased efforts to improve their overall response. Despite significant security threats, migration challenges, other financial constraints, and other obstacles, the region improved significantly. We commend those countries taking action, but we also will never shy away from pointing out countries that need to step up. We read the horrific accounts of human trafficking and abuse of African migrants, refugees, and asylum seekers in Libya, resulting in modern-day slave markets. We've engaged the Libyan government of national accord to bring the perpetrators to justice, including complicit government officials. We welcome its commitment to doing so and look forward to seeing real action. In Southeast Asia, Burma's armed forces and others in the Rakhine state dislocated hundreds of thousands of Rohingya and members of other ethnic groups, many of whom were exploited through the region as a result. Some in the Burmese military also recruited child soldiers and subjected adults and children from ethnic minority groups to forced labor. We see the tragic examples of forced labor in North Korea as well. Untold number of North Korean citizens are subjected to forced labor overseas by their own government, in many cases with the tacit approval of host governments. And in Iran, trafficking victims are punished. The victims are punished for acts they are forced to commit. For example, sex trafficking victims may face the death penalty for committing adultery. This is a horrible perversion of justice by a corrupt regime. We take these stories to heart. We use them as fuel to motivate us to action as we work together to end human trafficking once and for all. You'll see from today's report that there remains a great deal of work left to do. The world should know that we will not stop until human trafficking is a thing of the past. Before I conclude, I'd like to thank Acting Director Johnston for leading the TIP office over the last year. Thank you, Carrie. I thank you for your dedicated and talented staff at the TIP office. Your long hours and hard work have produced a report that will not go unnoticed. It's a team and department-wide effort. Thank you to you and your team. With that, please join me in welcoming Advisor to the President, Ms. Ivanka Trump, as we present awards to the 2018 TRIP Heroes.